Why do so many change initiatives fail? Organizations will spend millions of dollars. They hire consultants, roll out new systems, launch new strategic plans, and hold all the kickoff meetings. And yet, apparently, 70% of these initiatives are failing. So, what's going wrong? I think one of the biggest reasons is that organizations over-index on trying to change minds rather than shifting behavior. Leaders announce a new vision, a new strategy, a new set of values, a new way of working, and they assume that if people heard it and understand it, they'll start behaving differently. But that's not how change works, because people don't build habits from presentations. They don't build habits from mission statements. And they don't build habits from company-wide emails. They build habits through repetition, through reinforcement, through experience. And that's where many organizations get stuck. They focus on what they want people to believe instead of focusing on what they want people to do. Think about it. An organization decides it wants to be more innovative. Fantastic. So leaders start talking about innovation. They tell people, take some risks, be creative, think differently. But what if yesterday people were rewarded for avoiding mistakes? What if yesterday people were rewarded for following the rules? And what if yesterday people were rewarded for staying in their lane? Then innovation isn't the problem, right? The behavior is. The organization is asking people to believe one thing while reinforcing something else. And when that happens, the existing habits always win because habits are powerful. Every organization develops patterns over time. Patterns around communication, around decision-making, around accountability, around risk. And eventually those patterns become automatic. And people stop thinking about them. They simply become this is how we do things here. And that's why change is so hard. Because you're not introducing a new idea. You're trying to replace years of reinforced behavior. So now here's your opportunity. If you're leading change, stop asking, what do people need to believe? And start asking, what do people need to do differently? Because behavior is visible. Behavior is coachable. It's measurable. And it can be reinforced. For example, you don't tell people to be more accountable. You define what accountability actually looks like. You show it. You don't tell people to be more innovative. You define what innovation actually looks like. And you don't tell people to collaborate more. You define the behaviors that demonstrate what collaboration looks like. Because people can't consistently repeat what they can't clearly see. And this is where leaders have more influence than they often realize. Because people watch what gets rewarded, what gets recognized, what gets tolerated, and what gets ignored. And those signals teach people how to behave far, far more than any presentation ever will. And over time, those repeated behaviors become habits. And those habits become the way people work together. That's why so many change initiatives fail. Organizations are trying to change minds without shifting behavior. But lasting change happens when behavior changes first. The belief often follows. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one behavior you've seen an organization try to change without actually reinforcing it? Do let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in helping teams navigate uncertainty and change, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications.